Hey everybody, it's time for another game pickup video, and yeah, I got a very random stack of games that I want to show off today. And you know what? I set a timer for 15 minutes. I am very restricted with the time today, and I will do my best to do this in one take because I also don't have like a ton of time to actually edit anything. So yeah, as you might have seen like in the title, I do have like a very important PSA, especially for people that like racing games and rally games. Yeah, so stick around for that. I will mention that at the end. But yeah, because of the time, let's just get started and talk about the games that I've picked up this week. Yeah, the first one is Ivy the Kiwi. It is one of those Wii games that I was still missing out. A while ago, I made a video of like all the third-party games that I own for the Wii. And yeah, I was still missing out on this one. Yeah, it's published by the Rising Star games. And I do have another Rising Star game like in the stack. Those games just seems a bit more like uncommon than other Wii games. But yeah, I was still missing out on Ivy the Kiwi, and luckily I saw this one pop up at CEX, and yeah, decided to pick it up as soon as possible. It is in very good condition, complete inbox with a very good looking manual, and the disc is also in a good state. But yeah, Ivy the Kiwi, I like the art style, and it's kind of like a puzzle platformer where you have to draw like pathways for this dude to move along, you know, to make bridges or make it like jump over obstacles and such. So it really utilizes the Wiimote a ton, and that is what I like to see with the Wii. I don't like the Wiimote, but I do appreciate it when it is utilized in a very unique and fun way. But yeah, Ivy the Kiwi, it always stood out to me, and it's definitely one of those games that I wanted to play and try out. Besides that one from the Rising Star, this was another Rising Star game that I'm still missing out. Not sure which ones I'm still missing besides this one though. But yeah, this is definitely a heavy hitter. It is Muramasa the Demon Blade. Man, the art style of this game is fantastic. Like the 2D art, it looks super cool. And it's kind of like a character action 2D type of game. From my understanding, it's rather complex and long as well. But yeah, it's one of those games that I always wanted to play, always wanted to check out. But yeah, never did. Was able to get this for like a decent price, but kind of forgot what though. But this one is definitely yeah, on the higher end for a Wii title. But yeah, good condition as well with the manual, and yeah, also a good disc, I want to say. Yeah, good disc. The disc is good. But yeah, very happy with that. Like 2 more Wii games. I don't know like how many games are still on the list, but not a ton though. And actually this week I looked at that list. Speaking of the list, at some point I will make a video of showing how I keep track of my collection and also decide like on what to buy based on those lists. But yeah, for the Wii, there might be around like 15 games on that list still that I might want to add to my collection. But also from those 15 games, I kind of am able to remove like 5 of them or so, and they are not like high priority. Anyway, at some point I will show that list. Another one, I picked this one up yesterday. If you have seen the King's Day video of last week, I was able to trade in Minecraft and Sonic Frontier at my local CEX, and yeah, they had this one in stock, and yeah, I decided to pull the trigger. It was actually a game that I was kind of like eyeing like here and there, and was kind of considering like, hey, what am I actually gonna do with this one? It is Pokemon Violet, the PAL version with the DLC added to it. So it's kind of the complete package. But yeah, with the PAL version, the first DLC is on a card, and the second DLC is something that you just simply have to download. Now, this one was in stock for 75 at CEX, which is kind of like the going price, but with the voucher that I had and the price, I just had to pay like 35 or so for this one. I think in the end, with the Minecraft and the Sonic Frontiers voucher, paid around like maybe 45 for it, which seems like a very good deal for this version. Now I do know that there's a MSE version of Pokemon Violet that has like all the DLC on the card, but it's also a bit more expensive. And if I went for that version, of course I had to pick up like the Pokemon Scarlet version of the MSC version as well. So yeah, just focusing on the PAL version kind of makes it so that I am very unlikely to pick up that Pokemon Scarlet version with the DLC on it. Very complicated, but yeah, decided to pick this one up. Having to download like the DLC, the second DLC, I don't mind. I don't care. What I do like though is that the first DLC is on the card, and I got it for cheaper because I want to say importing the MSC version that has like the DLC on the card should be around like 80 euros for video games plus CA. It was in stock last night though, but it's always like gone quickly. I just didn't want to deal with it. So yeah, Pokemon Violet, still missing out on Scarlet, still missing out on either Pearl or Diamond. I want to say Pearl. I still need to pick that one up, and a Mystery Dungeon. And then I should have all the Pokemon games on the Switch, besides like Pokemon Snap. Or do I have Snap? I don't know. I want to get all the Pokemon Switch games and kind of, eyeing those right now at the moment. Also, I was eyeing this one because I have a feeling this one, the Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, could go up in price or just remain like the price that they are for at least the next month or the following months or so, because of the Switch 2, and that there's a patch like the performance boost for the Pokemon Violet games. So my assumption is more people are most likely going to eye like the Pokemon Violet games or Scarlet game before that other one comes out on the Switch, because I want to say that's later at the year. So yeah, felt like now is maybe a correct time to pick this one up. Because yeah, the price is more likely to remain the same or go a bit higher, but yeah, very unlikely it's gonna go down because it's Pokemon. Also, besides like the Pokemon game, which was kind of maybe the most expensive game of the stack, here's a cheaper game. It's FIFA Street 2. Listen, I don't care that much about FIFA Street, but I was able to get this one for 8. FIFA Street 2, weirdly enough, it's one of the more, or it is definitely a bit more expensive than you would anticipate for a FIFA Street game. This one lingers around like 15 or so, but yeah, was able to get it for 8. And I was still missing out on this one for my GameCube collection. Now I still need to pick up the first one though. It smells a bit moldy. After picking up some GameCube games that were moldy, I'm kind of scared with the GameCube games. What are people doing with GameCube games? Anyway, another cheap title that I was missing out in my GameCube collection is Pro Rally. Never played this one. Also got this one for $8.50. It was in stock at CEX for $5. Normally I would see it around like 15 or so on Vinted as well. So yeah, glad that I was able to get this one, and also yeah, it was complete in box and in a very good state. So 2 more GameCube games. But yeah, speaking of rally games, this is kind of where the important thing that I wanted to mention about the rally games is coming up. But first, let's talk about this game. I like rally games, not like a big rally fan, but just the games in general. I don't watch the sports. Besides Formula 1, I don't care that much about cars and such. But rally games, they are kind of like active, also kind of chill, and I just like driving around like the environment and with the mud and like in a storm or like just through a desert. I like that stuff. yeah, it's just fun. I think rally games are, in most cases, very fun. But yeah, I decided to pick this one up due to a couple of reasons. Because I like rally games, but also due to another big reason. And that is Dirt Rally 2 for the PlayStation 4. Now, this one was also in stock at my local CEX. It is the Game of the Year edition, but sadly it is missing out on the voucher for getting the DLC. But that's fine. Maybe I will purchase that the DLC like online. There is a sale going on now for the Game of the Year edition of Dirt Rally 2 for 20. I want to say that's still until like the 5th or like the 6th of May. But yeah, decided to pick this one up because of an important reason. Besides the fact that I like racing games and rally games, sadly, this week there was the news that Codemasters had like some massive layoffs. And even from my understanding, Codemasters is no longer a dev studio. And, everybody that was working at Codemasters is now merged or slowly getting merged together with like the Formula One teams. And it seems like they're gonna stop working on rally games. So that was kind of like an impetus for me to search out like, okay, if that studio is closing down and they're not going to make any more rally games, what is that going to do with the availability of these games? Just an assumption, just a guess. But now is the time to pick up PlayStation 4 games. And I want to say now is actually the time to pick up some Codemaster racing games and rally games. Because this one was already quite difficult to find, like not available in stores like new. Only saw a couple versions on Vinted, and those versions were already quite expensive, around like 20 or 30. Even some sealed copies of the Game of the Year edition for around like 60 or 70 or so, but I did not see a ton of these. So if you like the rally games, like the Dirt Rally 2 is, from what I could gather, I did a lot of like reading this week on like, hey, which games should I actually pick up made by Codemasters. This one seems like the one that is the most like highly recommended, like Dirt Rally 2. And again, it is on sale now. Now there's also Dirt Rally 1, but that one has been delisted for, I want to say a year or maybe even longer. But that one is still quite good and even has more tracks in the physical copy of that one. So if you are not able to find like Dirt Rally 2, that one is still like highly recommended to pick up as well, like the Dirt Rally one. But yeah, that one should be around like 10 or so. 10 or 15, should not be more than that. But again, that one has been delisted, and I could see a scenario happen that it will become also a bit more trickier to pick that one up as well, like a physical version. But yeah, like I said, I did some digging this week about the games that I should pick up before it's too late. And again, most of these games are quite affordable for the PlayStation 4. Besides like this one is still quite expensive, like a physical version. But yeah, I purchased Dirt Rally, but yeah, waiting for that one to arrive. But besides like Dirt Rally 1 and 2, I saw this one pop up as well, the WRC Generations. It is a later release, a couple years or so ago. But yeah, people say this is like a quite like decent rally game. For the PlayStation 5, and it should also not be that expensive as well. Now there is a new version of the WRC game, which is EA WRC, but that one had like quite a messy launch. From my understanding, it is like a better game now, but some people lean a bit more into like the Generations version. If you are able to get like the EA WRC game for cheap, it seems like still like a game worth picking up. But yeah, besides those games like Dirt Rally 2, WRC Generations, it might also be worth checking out Grid Legends. Now that is also an older game. It's not a rally game, but it's a like arcade sim-ish racing game, which seems like pretty good, but no one paid attention to Grid Legends. Now, I liked the Grid games on the Xbox 360, but yeah, similar to other people, never paid attention to it. But yeah, that one seems also worth checking out. Now, if I'm correct, that one has also been delisted already, like a year or so ago. But it's also maybe the cheapest of like the games that I mentioned. I was able to pick one up for around 8 or 10. But if you like arcade racers, either get like the PlayStation 4 version or get like the PlayStation 5 version, it's worth checking out. Because yeah, I could see a scenario happen that more people are going to look out for those racing games because of like what happened with Codemasters. Now, besides Grid Legends, there's also Dirt 4 and 5. Now, from what I could gather, the fourth version of Dirt isn't that great, but the fifth one, so Dirt 5, is still pretty good, like an arcade rally game, racing game. Should also not be that expensive, maybe around like 10 as well. So in short, sad news with Codemasters. Fantastic studio, but yeah, it seems they are, at least the people that are left are going to focus on the Formula 1 games. And they are no longer working on the rally games. So it might be worth checking those out. So in short, the first one of Dirt Rally is still pretty good and is actually the more affordable version of Dirt Rally. Dirt Rally 2, get it if you can get it for cheap, or otherwise get the Game of the Year edition, from the PlayStation Store if you don't mind not having a physical copy. Have to say though, the campaign is online only, but you can still like play like the time trial, and you can still play the campaign now, but at some point it's likely that you're not able to do that. But yeah, Dirt Rally 1 and 2, Dirt Rally 5, Grid Legends, and WRC Generations, and maybe EA WRC if you can get it for cheap. But more people lean into this one as a WRC game. So that was one take. I'm quickly gonna edit this video and upload it, and that is actually gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, most likely no gameplay footage, my apologies, but hey, if you're still watching, thank you. And also big news, we had the 420 subscribers, so yeah, thanks everybody for liking and subscribing to my videos in the last couple of weeks. Highly appreciate it. And yeah, that is gonna do it. Thanks all for watching, and see you all later. Bye.